Hey guys, wanted to come at you real quick with a video today, going over Unit 2, Lesson 1, Notes 2. And there's going to be a few topics that we're going to be looking at in these notes, so there's quite the variety of things to talk about. The first thing is salutary neglect, and basically what that was is as those 13 colonies were really hitting things off and starting to fire up and send products over to Great Britain, the British initially said, you know what, we're going to leave you guys alone, we're going to let you kind of govern and run yourself to a certain extent. And, let you do your thing. You're doing well, we're going to keep it going. But in the west, towards, let's say, the Appalachian Mountains, some of those British settlements, were being attacked by Native Americans. And the British knew that it was their responsibility to try to help out those settlers. Well, the other superpower of the day, the French, saw this as an opportunity. They said, oh, cool. Well, the Native Americans, or the Indians, which is what they were called at the time, the French said, well, hey, let's take advantage of this. Let's ally or create an alliance with the Native Americans, with the Indians that are there, and maybe we can work together with them to drive the British out of North America. And then, of course, France would have loved to have taken over. Well, ultimately, as we know, the British win the war. And that's why it's called the French and Indian War, because the British got to name it, and that's who they fought. They fought the French and the Indians. So the British ultimately won the war, right? French and Indian War. And as a result, the British claimed that in order to pay for the war, they had to impose all these crazy taxes on the colonists. And the colonists are like, well, wait a second. We're British colonists. We're producing goods over here in the Americas. We're sending them to you, and you're making a ton of money off of it. Why do we need to be paying taxes? You did your job like you were supposed to by protecting your interest here in America, and we're making you a ton of money as it already is. Why should we have to pay taxes to pay for the war? So this is where we're going to start to get some of those major issues between the colonies and the British. It also kind of goes with the whole idea of no taxation without representation. As these taxes were being imposed, the British did not allow any of the colonies to really be represented or have a say in what type of taxes they were or were not going to pay. So this is obviously going to snowball into what eventually becomes the American Revolution. Now, finally, the last topic that you'll look at today is the Proclamation of 1763. And it was an official proclamation that was announced that basically said, look, here's what we'll do. The British said we will make sure that none of the colonists do not settle past the Appalachian Mountains. And they did this because they really didn't want to have another war on their hands. They really probably couldn't even afford another war. But a lot of the colonists felt like, they still needed more land if they were going to produce more goods to send over to England. So this was yet another issue that the colonists had. So this is what we're going to be looking at today. I hope you guys are excited to really get the wheels of the American Revolution turning. And I hope you all have a great day. Catch you later.